Welcome back to Beyond Wisdom, where we explore timeless truths for a more peaceful and meaningful life. In a world that moves fast and speaks loud, judgment has become second nature. We see a moment, a headline, a person, and we form an opinion almost instantly. But across centuries, the wisest thinkers all seem to pause before judging. They asked a question, one that could change everything about how we see others and even ourselves. Today, we'll explore what that question is, why it mattered to the great minds of history, and how it might bring more clarity and compassion to our modern lives. We're wired to judge quickly. It's how our ancestors survived, to spot danger, to choose sides, to act fast. But what kept us alive in the wild now often leads us astray in daily life. We see someone lose their temper and assume they're rude. We hear someone's belief and label them ignorant. But quick judgments close the door to understanding. The Stoics warned us about this. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, once wrote, "You always own the option of having no opinion." He didn't mean we shouldn't care. He meant we should be careful. What if the angry man just lost his job? What if the person we dismissed grew up in pain we'll never understand? At first glance, we see only the surface, but wisdom begins beneath it. Before you judge, ask, what led them here? This is the question the philosophers always asked. Socrates, for example, was famous for never assuming anything. He asked questions, not to win arguments, but to understand. To him, truth lived beneath appearances. When someone made a bold claim or acted strangely, he didn't react, he inquired. What experiences, beliefs, fears, or hopes shape this person's words? This question doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it does slow us down. It makes room for context. And context, as the Stoics, Confucians, and Buddhists all taught, is often the difference between cruelty and compassion. There's an old Buddhist story of a monk who lived near a mountain pass. One day, a man rushed by, stealing fruit from the monk's garden. The monk didn't shout or chase him. Instead, he bowed and said, "May this feed the hunger that brought you here." That's the same question in a different form. What led them here? The monk saw suffering, not just theft. Judgment hardens the heart. Curiosity opens it. And often, the harshness we project onto others is a reflection of our own unexamined pain. Philosophers understood that to judge wisely, we must first examine ourselves. We are not separate from the world we observe. We are mirrors within it. To judge is human, but to judge wisely, that takes patience, presence, and humility. In Confucian thought, moral clarity comes not from harsh criticism, but from understanding roles, relationships, and the root of someone's actions. A good ruler, Confucius said, doesn't punish blindly. He teaches, he listens, he leads by example. The same applies to us. When a friend disappoints us, when a stranger offends us, when we're tempted to condemn someone in the news, pause. Ask, do I know the whole story? What might this person be carrying? What might I be projecting? The greatest philosophers knew that wisdom isn't in having an opinion. It's in earning one. In the digital world, judgment moves at lightning speed. One comment can spark outrage. One mistake can ruin a name. But if we carried this ancient question with us, what led them here? Things might slow down. We might scroll differently, speak differently, even think differently. The Stoics practiced a daily pause, a moment to step back and see the bigger picture. The Taoists called it Wu Wei, the art of not forcing things, of flowing with a deeper rhythm. Both traditions point to the same truth. We gain nothing by rushing to condemn, but we gain everything by striving to understand. We all judge, and we are all judged. It's part of being human. But have you ever been misunderstood, blamed for something without context, labeled by a moment in your life that didn't define you? Then you already know how much that question matters. What led them here? It's the bridge to empathy. And when we offer it to others, we also begin to offer it to ourselves. The harsh voice in your head? Try asking it too. What led me here? What shaped my fear, my guilt, my reaction? This question softens us. It reminds us that we are all walking stories, not headlines. And most of those stories go untold. To judge wisely is not to avoid truth. It's to seek it with care. The greatest minds of history didn't judge less because they were indifferent. They judged less because they were awake to suffering, to complexity, to the hidden roots of human behavior. In a loud and reactive world, this question is a quiet revolution. What led them here? It's not always easy to ask. But each time we do, we plant the seed of something deeper, not just understanding, but wisdom. When was the last time you judged someone quickly and later realized there was more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments. What led you there? Thanks for watching. If this video brought you value, subscribe to Beyond Wisdom. Until next time, stay calm, stay strong, and stay wise.